New year, new changes, fancy fair changes to be exact. I'm Susan Choi, and this is FI Spotlight. Today, we'll be talking about Winter FancyFaire. That's the new show being put on by the Specialty Food Association. It's going to be launched in San Diego, California in January of 2026. And it's going to be a 3-day extravaganza of the best of what the specialty food industry has to offer. Joining me now to talk more about this show is Bill Lynch, President of the Specialty Food Association. Bill, thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Susan. Thanks for having me. And we should hire you as our pitch person because you did a great intro there. So thank you.
It's a pleasure. Food Institute is great friends of SFA. We've partnered together on things, and we just are really excited to talk to you about this new event. So tell us, Bill, what exactly is Winter FancyFaire?
Yeah, so Winter FancyFaire is the future of the specialty food industry's premier winter event. We're truly building on the legacy of the Winter Fancy Food Show, but reimagining a experience to better reflect the way food and beverage trends emerge, businesses connect, how the industry grows. And this is the industry's kickoff event of the year. It'll set the tone for how the industry does business for the remainder of the year. And it'll be first to bring emerging trends to the market where buyers can discover what's next, where makers can introduce new products in an environment that's really designed to give them the maximum impact for their investment.
I am curious to know, you've held its predecessor, the Winter Fancy Food Show, for many years. Why now for Winter FancyFaire?
Yeah, so this at the Specialty Food Association, in everything we do, we try to mirror the entrepreneurial spirit of our members, and we take that mindset into everything that we do. And that includes evolving the offerings to our member community. So the driving vision for this was to truly create a show or an event that reflects the changing needs of our industry. And Winter FancyFaire is more than just a rebranding. It's a complete reimagination of what a specialty food trade show can be. And we wanted to provide a platform that celebrates innovation, that fosters deeper connection, delivers a more immersive and engaging experience, as I mentioned. The industry is evolving, and it's critical that the SFA evolves with it. Traditional trade shows are often about transactions, aisle after aisle of exhibits crammed with people that are pulling samples from your booths. And we're focused on creating the experience that inspires, educates, connects participants in deeper ways. And certainly as consumer expectations evolve, especially with the younger generations, prioritizing interactivity and meaningful engagement, we're adapting to those needs as well, because the industry is shifting to a younger demographic. So Winter FancyFaire, blends trend-setting innovation, immersive experiences, the local culinary culture that I mentioned, and it's really a format to create excitement and forward thinking. And it's not just keeping up with the changes; it's really about setting the standard for what's next in how we bring the community together.
Bill, I love what you said about experiences. That's certainly what's been happening in the consumer space. People want experiences as well, not just about eating itself, but wanting to experience flavors and different trends of that nature. What specifically within this new event are you really excited about? Any new sort of events that are going to be happening within the launch of this show?
Yeah, so we debuted, or I should say we sort of did a test run for certain elements at this past Winter Fancy Food Show in Las Vegas. And we had an opportunity to solicit some reaction from the community to make sure that we're in the right direction. So I could tell you that, to me, the most exciting part to me is what we had in what we're calling Debut District. It's an opportunity for those upstart brands to have space to engage with the buyer community, get feedback, also engage with influencers and media companies. And so to me, that's always the most exciting part of the shows. And it's something that we're heavily building on going forward for the fair. But there's a lot we have that's sort of going to be unveiled at the fair. But what I could tell you is that we're taking a more focused approach in creating different engagement opportunities for these buyers to taste the new trends and the new launches of products. It's really, for us, is to take a step back from what we've been doing with the fancy food shows. We want to honor the legacy of the shows, but this is really a chance for us to do something completely different. And we're designing an event that's touching on all those aspects that I mentioned earlier. But really, it's about discovery and trends and setting the tone for the remainder of the year. Emerging brands, it's really going to be the focus of a lot of the excitement, a lot of the things that we're doing. But that's not to say that we're not doing things that our more seasoned makers will find value in. And so it's really about creating those more immersive connections between the buyers of those specialty products and the makers of those specialty products, and doing it in different immersive environments that are more engaging, that are more, I would say, untraditional, of, beyond the pipe and drape of a 10 by 10 booth. And that's where we take certain experiences outside the space, where we have really unique venues and events and tasting opportunities that are going to be a lot of fun. And I can't wait to see the look on our participants' faces when they see what we have in store for them.
I love hearing that you want to go beyond the usual, 8 by 10, the pipe and drapes, usual, rundown that you see at, trade shows. You want to go beyond that. And I love the focus on, it's all about the relationships at the end of the day, right? Like that person to person, face-to-face interaction, the networking, developing strong connections. Bill, to wrap things up, I have to mention the wonderful partnership that we did with Menu Data to release the 2025 Specialty Food Industry Outlook Report. It was a labor of love. It was wonderful partnering with you and Menu Data to do this. Want to talk about one of the macro trends that we found, premiumization, right? The pattern of consumers, more and more consumers gravitating towards higher end specialty products. And you see retailers as well responding in kind, choosing to stock their shelves with more specialty products, more premium products as well. Bill, what do you think are the drivers for this in 2025? And do you think we're going to see this continue in years to come?
Yeah. Well, first off, Susan, we are at the SFA grateful for our longstanding relationship with the Food Institute. Many years of great collaborative opportunities over the years, serving our community and getting the message out there. But yeah, in terms of this trend, I would say consumer preferences are shifting towards quality, transparency, unique experiences. People aren't just buying food, they're investing in products that align with their values and their lifestyle. And I would say this is probably driven by 3 key factors. Certainly ingredients, integrity and sourcing. That's one of them. Shoppers are paying more attention to where their food comes from, prioritizing things like organic, regenerative, ethically sourced ingredients. The other thing that comes to mind in terms of driving this forward is, culinary exploration at home, the rise of food culture, social media, and interest in global flavors. It's really driven demand for specialty products that elevate cooking at home. And the third thing would probably be around retailers meeting that demand. Retailers are doubling down on premium products because they see the opportunity for them, higher margins, loyal customers, differentiation from the mass market competitors. And will it continue? I absolutely think so. Consumers have developed a taste for quality, and that's where specialty lies. And once they experience that difference, it's rare that they go back to their sort of major CPG brands. And I think we'll continue to see growth in small batch, artisanal, mission-driven brands, especially those that combine indulgence with health-conscious attributes. And the Specialty Food Association members and our Winter FancyFaire will be the perfect place for buyers to tap into that trend, discover those premium products, and be part of building this future of specialty food.
All right, Bill Lynch, President of the Specialty Food Association. Bill, thanks so much for joining us to talk about Winter FancyFaire. Sounds like it's going to be a real hit.
Thanks so much for having me, Susan. I look forward to seeing everybody in San Diego in 2026. Thank you.
All right, and that is your FI Spotlight. I'm Susan Choi. Don't forget, you can check out all the great content we've done by clicking on this playlist. Till next time, take care.